What's up guys, welcome back once again to the reviews. Now today's going to be a really short video. I'm just going to introduce you into a project that I'm about to start. Basically for a while I've been wanting a HT PC to go underneath my TV downstairs. So I wanted something small form factor and budget being tight, I wanted to do something a bit different. So instead of buying a small form factor case, I've decided to do a little bit of a project, and as you can see this is a Xbox One. Well, it's actually a shell of an Xbox One, so I've taken the insides out of it. It was a faulty one, so I've taken the insides out of this, and I'm hopefully going to build a water-cooled PC in this. So I'm just going to, in this video, I'm just going to tell you about all the parts that are going to go in it and sort of how I sort of plan to do it. And basically I want some sort of feedback from you guys, some comments, some tips. If you've got any advice on how I can do this and make this a success, then I'd really appreciate this. So let's get into show you the parts, and then we'll come back up top and I'll talk about the rest of the project. So as I said, this is the shell of the Xbox One, so we'll just take the top off and we can have a look at what sort of space we've got. And the top obviously it's a bit dirty because it was a faulty one that was bought off eBay. So let's have a little look. So as you can see, not a lot of space at all, so it does need to be ITX, SFX power supply, and that kind of thing. So first of all, I've got the B460M ITX from Asrock. This is a Wi-Fi edition as well, which I thought would be handy for obviously being downstairs around the TV. I've also got internet access there if I can't get a cable to it. Obviously, ideally I'd have a cable. So we'll get this one out and I'll have a look at that. So first things first, this is the little motherboard. Like I say, ITX from Asrock, B460. I didn't want to go anything too major because one, I just don't have the money for it, and two, it's going to be in here. It's not going to be a high-end sort of, well, a massively high-end sort of build. I'm going for as budget and as well performance balanced as I can. So like I say, this is the board. I've got an M.2 on it, which I'm going to be using a Samsung Evo 970 256 gig just for booting off, and eventually I'll get some extra storage for it. So as you can see here, this is just hopefully going to go in the top corner here. That's where I plan to put it. Obviously we've got the Wi-Fi antennas at the back that are obviously protruding, so I can't get it right up against. So all I'm going to do is Dremel sort of a hole out of there, just so that can slot out, and maybe a few more to get the other bits out for the rest of the I/O. I'm not going to use the included I/O shield because, as you can see, it just takes up too much room, and where my graphics card's going to be, that's going to get in the way. So I'm not going to use that. That's just going to be left in the box, and I'm just going to hopefully just have sort of an open back on this. So that's that. Now the power supply, I've got this Kolink or Kolink, or however you want to pronounce it, SFX 85 plus efficiency. This is 80 plus bronze, I think it's classified as. This is a 450 watt. It's not modular. It is all cables included, which I would have liked a modular, but they're just too expensive for this project, and I didn't want to throw a lot of money at it just in case it didn't work. So this is the SFX from Kolink. I don't know how good these are. Hopefully it'll be fine. But it shouldn't need more than, I'm hoping it doesn't need more than 450, because I've ran the calculations through PC Part Picker and it seems to work just fine. And again, that's going to go in the top sort of left hand corner there, and then bolt to the back. I'm going to drill some holes. I'll drill some, I'll Dremel some out, some sort of holes at the back here for the power cable, so that can fit in. And then at the bottom, because the fan's at the bottom, I'm going to drill lots of holes in the bottom, hopefully, so it's got access to clean air. And obviously with it being sat quite low to the ground, with it being an Xbox, I'm probably going to 3D print some feet just to lift it up off the ground so I can get some more airflow under there. Because if I went this way, then obviously you can see the cables are probably going to get in the way. But we'll see what happens. I might have to do that. But ideally I want to go there so the cables are over here. Now in terms of cabling, obviously it's going to be an absolute mess in here, because there's just nowhere to put them, but I should hopefully be able to tuck them away somewhere or make them as neat as possible, but it is going to be really hard work. So I'll just put that to one side, and then we're going to talk about so graphics card I've got. So this is the Aorus GTX 1080 Ti from my old build. As you can see, it's absolutely huge. It's not going to fit in as it is. It would fit that way, but I'd still be squeezed for space, especially in terms of the height of it. As you can see, it's absolutely massive. So my plan is to water cool it. And that's where I'm hoping. This is my secret weapon. This is a water block I've already got for the 1080 Ti. I used to have it water cooled in my old system. So I'm hoping this is going to be my sort of ticket to making this fit and making it work. And this is basically the main reason I'm water cooling it. I've seen this done. I've seen people build in Xbox Ones before, but I've not seen anyone do a water cooled system. So obviously this makes the card quite a bit smaller. So it'd just be the PCB, which comes to the end here. And then my plan is, hopefully, if I can make it work, is to have it sort of over the motherboard there, sort of in the middle, if I can make it fit. And then, so my water cooling pipes are going to come out the bottom here and pretty much go straight into the CPU block with some 90-degree fittings. So that's the plan there. If that doesn't work, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. So any advice you've got. And one thing I might have to do is cut a section out of the lid of the Xbox, just so, and have this literally sticking out the top or showing on the top so it fits down properly. But I think that'll look pretty cool if I do end up doing that, because you'll be able to see all the water running through it, and it'll look nice. So that's the plan for that. We'll see how it goes. Now you're probably thinking GTX 1080 Ti is probably stupid to have on a 450 watt power supply, but that's another reason why I've gone for the B460, and I'm going to be using the 10100F i3 and 4-core 8 threads to go in this, because this is only a 65 watt part, I believe. And like I say, on PC Part Picker, it did show that this wouldn't take any more than about 300 odd watts. So hopefully this will be fine. Obviously I'm not going to be overclocking it because I won't be able to do that. I'll be pushing it too hard. And that's that. So that's the CPU I'm going to be using. Now in terms of water cooling, I've got this here. I was going to use my Alpha Cool reservoir combo, but it's just too big to go in here unless I externally mount it, which I might still have to do. This is a Bykski pump, so there's no reservoir on this one. Obviously it is made for a reservoir, but I've got an in and an out that I can use just to fit in directly to. And this hopefully is going to go basically in this corner here. Might cause a few issues with the graphics card, but in terms of height, I'm hoping there should be enough to get it in there and have enough to put the lid back on. Another idea I had, if this doesn't work out quite right, is maybe holes in the lid and having literally pipes coming out and going back in, so you can see literally the water running all the way around the system, which again might look pretty cool. So it's something I might do. Other than that, in terms of water cooling, as you can see, there's not enough room to put anything bigger than a 120mm radiator, which is going to go here. I've not got it yet, I've ordered it, and that's going to be from Bykski as well. So it's going to be a 120mm radiator with obviously a 120mm fan on it, which is going to stick in this corner here. And I'm either going to pull air in from the top, push it through the bottom, or the other way around. Again, I'll be drilling sort of holes around here, or slots for air to get in. And then at the end, I may sort of 3D print some brackets or something to put on the outside edge, and have some small, maybe 60mm fans, just to bring some more air in and go over obviously the VRM and things like that. And that's about it really. First things first, obviously like I said, it's just an intro video into what I'm planning on doing, and I would like your input in it if you're watching this and you've got some ideas on what I could do to make this fit, then that would be great. But the first thing I'm going to do, and this will be in the next video, I'm hopefully going to get the motherboard and power supply in the next video at least. So the first thing I'm going to do is see all these sort of bumps and things that are inside it. I've already started. I'm going to Dremel all of this out. It might be quite messy, but I'm going to Dremel it all out, cut it all out with the Dremel, and then hopefully sand it down so it's completely flat base. I've got no bits sticking up, and it'll give me a lot more room. Well, not a lot more, but it'll give me a little bit more room for things to fit in terms of height. And then the other thing I might do at the front here, I might cut this sort of slant here. I might try and cut a piece out of there so I've got a bit more depth up front, because that eats into the space a little bit. And back here on this sort of IO cover sort of bit, I might chop this bottom piece out as well, so again I've got a bit more room to work with. But that's it really. Right, so that's it really, guys. That's pretty much the sort of end of the video. I literally just wanted to introduce you into this project, show you my sort of plans for it, what sort of ideas I had to get this to work. Like I say, it could all end up being a disaster and not working at all. So if you've got any comments or any sort of tips or advice you might have to help me sort of give me an idea of what to do with it, if you think I should place things in other places, then please let me know. Hopefully you'll let me know before I start. And that's it really, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to show you what I was sort of doing. It is going to be difficult. The motherboard and power supply and probably the pump and radiator, to be honest, all of that should be fairly straightforward. Literally just pretty much bolt it straight through the bottom. So I'll drill holes in the bottom and then just put screws or nuts and bolts through, and that should hold them in place nicely. Obviously once I've levelled out the bottom of it. But like I say, the graphics card is going to be the really difficult part of this, and the bit I'm not really looking forward to. So if you have any better ideas on how I can do that, if you know of any sort of brackets or something that might help me, then please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Because one thing I did originally think is maybe I could put the GPU lengthways down it, but with a riser cable I don't know if it will bend that much. But it's something else to experiment with. And like I say, I might end up cutting a piece out the top and having the graphics card literally sitting out of it a little bit and looking a bit better. So anyway, guys, I hope this interests you. If you aren't subscribed already and you want to see what happens in this project, then please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified when my videos go live. I'm hopefully going to do this in the next 2 or 3 weeks, at least make a start anyway next week. And I'll also be posting videos. Hopefully it's going to be about 2 or 3 parts, hopefully no more than that. And we'll hopefully have a final finished product at the end. So like I say, if you're looking forward to this, then don't forget to subscribe, leave me any comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.